One time, we were meeting with a couple, and they weren't doing very well, and they knew that, and they just felt stuck. They didn't know what to do. We asked them, well, do you guys spend much time together? And they said, oh, not really. We watch TV. And I said, how about going out? You ever go out on a date? They said, well, it's expensive. They had young kids at home, and they said babysitters are expensive, and no, we just don't get out much anymore. Uh, and I said, hey, why don't you guys, consider just spending some time together, go out on a date. I said, is there anyone who could take your kids for a couple hours? And they said, yeah, we have some friends who would probably do that. And so they agreed. And then they came back. We said, how was your date? And they said, we just didn't get around to it. It was kind of a hassle. And they said, all right. And this went on for a couple of times. And has that ever happened to you? Some great advice that you gave someone and they just didn't take it and they kind of just resisted and they didn't want to do it. Or worse, have you ever insulted anybody? Now, you're probably better than I am, so maybe you haven't. But one time I was talking to a guy and I said, you should probably tone down the criticism of your wife. And he looked at me with daggers in his eyes and he said, I don't criticize my wife. She needs to step up her game. And he was insulted, and I felt bad because that wasn't my intent. But I think, I don't know, maybe it's the way I said it or something. So at best, if we don't do this well, we're just ineffective and people ignore us. And at worst, we can insult people. I have come to understand that there is a right way and a wrong way to give people advice, even though you think they're helpful. And maybe you can learn from some of my mistakes because there's a right time and a wrong time. See, people go through a process of change. And so I'm going to dive into this. This is very biblically based. And it's very psychologically sound. And explain it to you in some depth so that you can understand what tactics to use when. So here's 3 suggestions. 1, learn the change process and learn what it is and learn how it works so that you can be as effective as possible. And 2, learn to recognize where people are at inside the change process. And I'm going to teach you how to do this. We're going to go into this. But then apply the right tactics at the right time. So 3 suggestions. 1, learn the change process. 2, recognize where people are at and become adept at that. And then 3, apply the right tactics at the right time.